AJ, do you have any fucking glaring personality traits that you try to hide from people? Like things that like just, especially like, like a new relationship or friendship or whatever, where you're just like, I just don't want to tell this person this thing about myself because it's not normal.
Um, Actually, no, but I have a really glaring light, which I'm glad you reminded me because the cats will get on to me if my ring light is too bright. So thanks for the reminder. I fixed it because I had forgotten to.
Good, good. Well,
Actually, to
so
be honest with you, I'm actually before I met you and you corrupted me
mm,
and my ways, I was actually like extremely private about anything. I didn't even want to go by AJ. Like I wanted to go by God Canon. Like my whole channel was
yeah, we could do
supposed to
that.
be God Canon,
Yeah,
which was my PSN. Oh, and I'm getting too close to the mic again.
it's okay.
Um,
I keep
was
adjusting your volume, and it's I like
and
I
it's
can't
flying
this
all over the place.
I can't keep up with it. Yeah, it's nuts.
We just need to calibrate it to where I keep the micro close because
You
that's
just
where
need
I
to chain
usually
you
am.
to the desk at a certain position. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just
yeah.
very fidgety. I'm also very ADD, but um,
But none of these things.
tell us your
Not
dark secrets, Brian. Tell us your dark secrets.
I hate perfume. I absolutely hate perfume and cologne. I think it's I've never smelt one that smells different than any other one, and I hate the way they all smell because they all smell exactly the same, and I feel like I feel like it chokes me. Um, even just going to the post office today to pick up the Zombie Army press kit, it's just standing in line, and I was like felt like I was dying because I was standing behind people who were wearing cologne or perfume. I hate it. I think it's the worst thing ever.
Well, I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is that they put on too much.
But
Like,
yeah,
especially,
yeah.
I'll
Get
be
away
honest
from
with
me.
you. Like, I like, if I like the smell, which most of them I do, like, it
Oh,
doesn't bother me.
uh huh.
But literally, like every girl I walk past these days is like, they have like a 10-foot diameter of their smell. I'm literally hiking through the woods and
Mhm.
I pass somebody in the woods and I could smell them like 10 feet away. And I'm like, okay, you're in the woods. Like, why do you need to have so much perfume on?
Yeah, but listen,
Um,
that's I'm with you. That's excessive, right? And I do think that that's the case for most people. It's just they wear too much. But like,
it's
you
too
never like been on a date or something, and you like gone in to kiss somebody and been like,
much.
it's like this romantic moment that like just totally dies because your blood vessels just constricted in your throat. That doesn't
Uh,
happen to you.
No, but I used to think I had an allergy to some perfume because like I can relate, but it was a long time ago. Like when I was in like maybe like high school, I felt like I had an allergy because I don't know. Yeah, people's perfume would like clog my eyes and my throat. And like so I get it, but not
Mhm.
anymore. No, not really.
World of Long Play says, does that mean Brian can never go to Gamescom because it takes place in Cologne? Is it Friday already? You ready to start the show, AJ?
Let's do this.
Let's go. This is PSVR Gamescast Live. We film live every single Monday, Wednesday, and 2 West Friday right here on YouTube. We do it live 6 p.m. Eastern for your viewing pleasure. But we care oh so much about your oral pleasure as well. Those earballs are precious to us. That's why we put up in podcast services of your choice. Sometimes really, really late. I think I put up Friday's episode this morning. I apologize. I'm really bad at this. My name is Brian Paul from this channel right here without Parole. If you're looking for someone to blame, I'm your guy. If you're looking, yeah, I'm the guy AJ blames for everything. That's for sure. Speaking of which, to my left, you're right. It's AJ from the Underground, PSVR Underground. AJ, did I tell you I was listening to Gojira all week?
Yes, and I was like, did that inspire that
It
that,
did.
that metal intro? That's the most metal
Yeah.
intro you've ever given me. Thank you for
Dude,
that.
I wanted so badly to surprise you and all the cats and be like, oh, you'll never believe it. I listened to Gojira and I know like 20 of their songs now. And I listened to about 5 minutes of Gojira and I was like, and I'm good. I'm so sorry. It's not. I'm sorry. I listened to Taking Back Sunday today. Does that impress
Ugh,
anyone? Shut up.
ugh.
You've never even heard a Taking Back Sunday song.
Yes, I have. This is again one of these bands that was I hated. I hated them. I hated Sum 41. I don't like Blink
That's fair.
182. I know most people
That's
like
fair.
Blink 182.
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
No, all of these bands are the bands that killed my beautiful punk rock music, but that's okay because I have metal. I'll always have metal.
I love punk rock. The fucking emo didn't kill punk rock.
It destroyed it like overnight. And it started with
AFI,
which was a great punk band, and then went emo and killed. And AFI went from like one of the coolest underground punk bands to one of the worst. I mean, they're actually not that. They weren't like the worst, but I hate emo so much, man. I just go cry by yourself. I don't want to hear your song about it, like whining. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's like it's like you were like, what are we gonna do today? What are we gonna do on Monday? Well, maybe on camera we'll rip Brian's heart out in front of him and show it to him as it's still beating. Homo Shiba, Kalima, Kalima.
I know. I forget sometimes, like we're on the air and like talking to a bunch of people. What is up, everybody?
They don't give a fuck.
We're here to Mondays usually suck, but we are here, Brian, to ensure their Monday sucks, or at least just yours. Just a little less.
This much. That's good. And what have you been up to? Anything good? I feel like I haven't talked to you since last Monday. That's not true. We hung out on Discord a few times. We're shooting the shit in the voice channel. What have you been up to? Let's get caught up.
Dreams. I played Dreams. No, it's been awesome. I've been getting my channel back on track. I've been trying to do more live streams, and those are going to be picking up here pretty soon. And yeah, man, it's been crazy for me. I've been very, very busy, but I've been like anywhere I can squeeze in a live stream, like I'm going to do it. And Saturday, I did interactive chat Thursday. It was a lot of fun. What did I talk about? Oh, I talked about Mutant Boxing League. Because I played that finally. I picked it up last second. I picked it up on sale. It was on sale for $17, and I really liked Mutant Boxing League. I don't know if it's the Creed killer. I don't know if it's the Knockout League killer, but it's kind of like the best of both worlds. It's a little bit. It's a little bit of both. And the boxing mechanics are super fun, but dude, those training levels are awesome. The training mini games are almost worth the price of admission, at least worth the price of admission on sale for Mutant Boxing League, because they're really good. And if you're into like a workout kind of thing, like it's really good cardio. I mean, I was aching in muscles I didn't know I had. And then I played Dreams Saturday, and it was awesome revisiting that. Did a 2-hour live stream that felt like 10 minutes because it was just having so much fun. And I revisited, I tried some brand new games just randomly. A couple good horror games. There's one called Sanitarium that you would maybe like. Sanitarium. And then I replayed some games with the Move controllers because there's Move controller games in there as well. Mm-hmm. And I revisited, of course, Wargarble's Whiplash. Remember Whiplash? The horror rail shooter?
I do. I remember he was kind of updating it level by level. I think the last time I checked in on it, there were only 2 or 3 stages. Where has anything been changed since then?
I ran into a little bit of an issue, but I got to I started at like an underwater level. So I don't know if you ever played the underwater level.
I don't remember. I remember a desert level and the original House of the Dead kind of level. But everything else
those are like
blurry.
The first 2. It's after that. Right. Really good. It was honestly a lot of VR. Sometimes VR games they kind of age well, like they may not, when they come out, they may come out under the radar a little bit, and then you go back and play them years later and you're like, this is really good. That's the case of Whiplash, except it was really good when he first dropped it. But revisiting it, I'm like, dude, this is legit. Like the art style is wonderful. The shooting mechanics feel really good. It's a good rail shooter. Good sound design, like all the things, destructibility, all the things. But yeah, it was really awesome revisiting Dreams. One of the greatest things Sony has ever done.
I miss Wargarble. I feel like I haven't talked to him in a long time, and I used to talk to him pretty frequently. So if you're out there, buddy, and you're listening, we hope you're doing well.
Yeah. Shout out War Garble.
That's
Fish
good to hear, man.
Laser.
Yeah. It was it is so funny looking at like this random footage I pulled up of some random horror dreams game and like how much better it looks than like so much stuff I've played. Like Dreams was pretty incredible, amazing creation tools, amazing engine. Hopefully, I mean, seems like Sony's just gonna content to let it just die out there on the vine, but maybe
somebody will bring it back. They'll get some better leadership in there. And then eventually somebody will be like, we'll realize that, somebody will know that like the value that these games actually have and the importance of them. And, like another we need another Shuhei there running the show. Or like even like a Shuhei hybrid, doesn't have to go full shoe, just partial shoe and
sandal hay.
Yeah. Like sandal hay. And,
that joke's going to go unappreciated for the rest of my life. Lord Smitty34, the mailman Gamecat with the $10 tip sends us a, dude, I don't even know what he's sending. I got to copy and paste that into a Word document to see what it translates to. Hippo character going really fast on his chair, propelling the chair across the room. Such detailed descriptions of animated.
What a great little animation.
Emojis. Right? Going really fast on his chair, propelling the chair across the room.
I love it.
What a cute little hippo.
Like drifting.
Yep. Yeah, that's actually exactly what he's doing. Thank you so much. We also got Jay with the level 2 membership saying, I'm excited for Maestro.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah. That's later in June, right? Back half of June? I can't even keep up, man. June is getting crazy.
Up for pre-order.
Yeah. And they dropped the price from when they first announced it too. So it seemed like it was a little on the pricey side, and then they dropped it down to something a little bit more reasonable. So looks like people are happy.
Don't
stop my account. I'm just
a reference you will ever get.
That's why I invite you on, man, so you can ignore me and talk to these guys. We also got Kisnell, who gifted 5 without parole memberships. Thank you, Kisnell. That's fucking crazy. Crazy the generosity around here. Everyone's just trying to be number one on the chat leaderboard. It's what's happening. People are trying all sorts of things.
What is this?
No one knows.
Up. Yeah. Okay. So this just randomly started happening. This wasn't like something you enabled.
This started happening on Friday, and and is it not? Do you not have this on your channel?
I don't think so.
Oh, I guess I'm special.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just like, and of course it distracted Miles and I for the entire episode on Friday to the point where like we just got nothing else discussed.
I was gonna say, like, it's very distracting. Like, I'm used to seeing all the. There's already a lot of comments that distract me enough. Now you throwing in like giant purple icons and like, numbers and all sorts of stuff going on here, and like, my ADD brain is just wigging the hell out right now.
I'll show you a giant purple icon, AJ. You'll love it. You'll love my giant purple icon. We got J-Mine, the Metal Game Panther, with the level 3 membership. Says, I'm going to send Brian a catchy, melodic metalcore playlist. Certainly, metalcore bands have huge emo influences. Cool. I'm down. Listen, you'd be surprised by what I listen to. Like the stuff that I really enjoy. It gets a lot heavier than it does need to have that melodic stuff though. Like I love music obviously, but like what usually hooks me is like the singer's voice, and then of course like the melodies in a song. That gets me, that makes up for a lot musically sometimes. So yeah, I think you'd be surprised by how heavy some of the music I listen to gets. I think AJ would be too.
I listen to all sorts of stuff too. Like,
but not emo.
Not emo, but I have been listening. You know what I've been listening to lately? A lot of Hans Zimmer. Like there's only one country artist that I've ever liked, and that's Jerry Reed.
Not a Hank Williams fan? You don't like a Hank Williams?
I don't know anything about anything country other than Jerry Reed is the closest thing to country I know. So, no, but I was listening to lots of Hans Zimmer today, or for the last couple of days, especially like while I'm working. The Dark Knight soundtrack, I love that. soundtrack so much. It actually made me go watch most of the Dark Knight trilogy recently. Because yeah, so that is one reason I'm kind of excited about Maestro, because I do love like orchestrated music, orchestral music.
Mhm.
You had this issue like a couple weeks ago. We were like orchestral,
I have
or
this issue
orchestrate.
daily.
Yeah. Because yeah, I love a lot of movie soundtracks. Like Hans Zimmer is like one of the more recent ones. I've talked about how much I love Tim Burton, or not Tim Burton, but Danny Elfman.
Mhm.
And yeah, John Williams, of course, and some other stuff that I won't bore you to sleep with. But
Too
yeah,
bad. I am already out.
orchestral music is wonderful.
Uh, we got and by the way, J-Mon, feel free to send that along. Hit me up on Discord, and I'm more than happy to. This is what I need. I need to find new bands, or at least band. Yeah, I'd say let's go with new bands. I was gonna say even new music by bands that I really enjoy, but like I really need to spread my wings a little bit. I feel like I've gotten to that point that I never wanted to get to, where like the stuff I'm listening to more often than not is the stuff that I've been listening to since I was like 25. Right? I never wanted to be that person. I always wanted to be on top of music and stay current. And I was always like surprised by my parents who were like, they didn't like what's Nirvana, what's Pearl Jam, what is this Soundgarden, and it always seemed so foreign to them, right? And I remember my dad like coming into my room while I was laying on my floor doing homework one night, and he just like laid on my bed and listened to like, it was probably like Pearl Jam's 10 or Super Unknown by Soundgarden, something like that, and he just like listened, like, and I really appreciated that he wasn't like sitting there judging, right? He just like took it all in and was like, this is what my kid's listening to. Like he may have been judging, but he also might have liked it. He just laid there and kind of like listened to it while I was doing my homework.
It's literally the exact opposite. I wish can we trade dads?
No.
My dad hates video games. He hated all the music I listened to. He'd be like, "What is this noise pollution?" And it was literally AC/DC. Rock and roll ain't noise pollution. Ironically, that was just
Wow.
a coincidence. He didn't mean to do that. Oh God, yeah. He hates everything awesome.
Yeah, no, my parents are great. My Everybody knows my dad got me into video games. My dad was a gamer long before I was born. It was crazy, and my both of my parents have good taste in music. Growing up, like they were always playing I think some people might laugh at it, but like Peter, Paul, and Mary and Bob Dylan and the Traveling Wilburys. Like this is the kind of stuff that I grew up listening to. The Beatles, obviously. The vinyl was always like playing, and yeah, I don't know, man.
More of a Stones kind of guy.
I mean,
Somebody always says that, right? They're like,
yeah.
I'm more of a Stones guy.
It's all good. It's all good music.
Speaking of music and good
Yeah.
music, I watched Sinners this weekend.
Oh yeah.
And it was really good. I've been wanting to see it for a long time because everybody's been telling me left and right, you got to see the Sinners.
For sure. I want to see it. I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It's all about music and vampires, and if you like those two things, you're probably gonna like Sinners. But
I like sexy vampires. Are they sexy vampires?
No.
I'm out. I don't care. They're not emo enough for me.
But the last thing I did was my brother Elias came and visited me. He's getting ready to go to college. They grow up so fast. Good for him. But he came to visit me and I met his girlfriend. And of course, I had to take them. I took them out to dinner or whatever. We went and got sushi.
Nice.
And I, of course, had to get them to play some VR. And she had never played VR before. She was very nice, by the way. It was very nice to meet her. And
unacceptable. I was hoping you'd be very judgmental about your little girlfriend.
She seemed very smart and very sweet and very, very kind person. But of course I had to stick her in VR. I'm like, if you're at my house and hanging out, like you have, like you that's kind of a rule here. Like you have to try this. And she saw as I was trying to find a game, she noticed Smash Drums on my dashboard or whatever, like the last couple games you play. And she was like, that one. She was like, ooh, Smash Drums. I like the look of that. It turns out that she plays a lot of flat screen rhythm games. So they mentioned a bunch of stuff that like I can't retain any of what it was called, but similar to like the same gameplay mechanic of like, Guitar Hero or Parappa the Rapper, where the thing, comes down, you got to time it and press it. There was some like spin-off of Friday Night Funkin' that she showed me that she plays. But yeah, turns out she's really good at rhythm games because she picked up Smash Drums and she just started wailing on it and like picked some metal song and played it on normal, not even like easy right away. First time playing VR. And yeah, if her aim was to impress me, I was definitely impressed. She did it with a lot of confidence too. She's like, "Oh no, I'll play this on normal." And she picked like a really difficult song. I think it was Cell Dweller, which was like really fast and heavy. And she crushed it, man. And then and then I showed off some Beat Saber. Dude, yeah, like Beat Saber is still so good. And Smash Drums is awesome. She actually likes Smash Drums more. But yeah, it was super fun. Super fun VR filled weekend, along with a lot of adulting stuff too.
Good stuff. Yeah, I thought I was going to be able to counter that with like, oh, here's what I did, but I was sick all weekend, so I didn't do jack shit. That's why the PSVR this week didn't go up till today. That's why the fucking podcast didn't go up till today. But everything's good, so I'm just happy.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thanks. Yeah, me too. Because I got an Epico review to work on. I got a special surprise other video that should be coming out like later this week. That'll be fun. And yeah, I mean, I don't think it's good. I think it's hopefully something people really will find as a valuable resource.
Get Out review.
Oh yeah, actually, you know what? I do want to. I want to do a re-review for the PSVR2 version of Very Bad Dreams, and then follow that up with a Brian bite for Get Out. And the second all of these plans are canceled, AJ. The second we get Zombie Army keys, that's it.
Yep. Still waiting on those.
That'll be priority number one when those keys come along. Because I do not want another big game to come out where not have coverage at launch. I hate that. I still haven't covered Ghost of Tabor properly or Hitman, but what the fuck are you going to do? We're just going to do what we can do. Fifth with the Australian $5 tip says, I paid for Wanderer and get to play it 6 months later. Can I do the same for Far Cry, Dead Space, and Skyrim, please, devs? 6 months is interesting.
It's a bit long to wait.
Well, he said he paid for Wanderer and get to play it 6 months later. Everybody knows that there's an update coming for Wanderer this week called Hammer It Home or something like that, right?
Yeah. Tomorrow, is it? Is it tomorrow that it comes out?
I don't know. It's this week. I think the 4th, the 6th, the 3rd, something. You're right. It might be tomorrow. I don't know. But it's like it's the first big patch on the roadmap. I mean, this one was supposed to be out in May. What are your hopes, AJ, for the Wanderer patch? Do you think it's going to stabilize everything and make everything work properly, and make it a game that you can actually get through? I mean, because obviously they're obviously not going to have touched the combat yet, right? Is this just to make things work properly, you think, and that's going to be pretty much it?
Yeah, I think everybody doesn't. I don't think anybody really cares until like it's done. And so like they set the expectation of like, okay, the patches will be done by like August or something.
Yeah.
So
at least August. And at this rate, like,
yeah, it could be a little bit later. Could be in the fall, which fall time is a great time for, VR gaming. That's like almost the peak of VR gaming is in the fall.
Yeah, it would have been a great time to release the game instead of finish patching it.
June 5th. Thank you, Twitcher. June 5th is when the update drops. I think the Behemoth one drops soon too. Maybe that's the 3rd.
It's all the same.
Yeah. I think most people are not going to care until it's 100% done. Some people will care, but I think most people are not going to care until it's done.
Yeah. But Fifth, I'm with you. I would pay today for Dead Space 6 months from now. That sounds pretty good.
I almost bought that. What's that toy game?
Oh yeah,
I need to see what that is called or what that is, but
yeah, Hyper something.
Yeah, Hyper something.
I'm Unboxed. Hyper.
Yeah,
something. I'm bad.
I'm thinking about buying the game and then just tweeting about it and tagging them and being like, "Hey, I'm not going to play this until it has VR, but good luck and please bring it to VR."
Hypercharge Unboxed. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys. Listen, I fucking love these guys. Okay, because even though I haven't played their game, and from what I've heard, it's like okay, it's not like the greatest game or anything. I love them on social media. Right? They don't take shit from anybody. They stand up for themselves. They stand up for what they believe in. They respond by being like, we made the game we wanted to fucking make, and we're really proud of that, right? And I think more developers need to do that. I think we need to take gaming back from the cesspool of gamers, the cesspool of people that call themselves gamers but are out there just to fucking bitch and whine and moan about every little goddamn thing. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. And these guys look like they're willing to do that. I'm just tired, man. I'm tired of like this constant negativity and
the grifters, man.
And dude, and it makes everybody look bad. It makes everybody look bad. We've got this bad connotation, this bad association with the word gamer, where everyone is it's just bad.
Not as bad as it used to be at some point, but it does get to the point sometimes where it's like embarrassing. It's like, like there are people out there that make me embarrassed to call myself a gamer sometimes, but I know that I don't associate with them at all. And yeah, I mean, the problem, but again, can't let a few bad apples spoil the whole bunch or whatever. That's basically the situation. It's just, unfortunately, there are like some grifters actually like making a lot of success and business out of it. And it's bullshit. And you know what? It starts with the gaming media, like the games journalism has gone to shit, and it started from there, and then it spread to more independent content creator, influencers, grifters, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, it's a poison that needs to be rooted out from our lovely ecosystem. But listen, it's always going to exist to some degree, and the only thing you can do is just become stronger and bigger and better and spread the positivity. And I don't know,
become a big purple icon.
Become a big purple icon. I don't know, man. There's problems everywhere within the industry. The industry is definitely shifting, and it's unfortunately it's kind of already gone the same route of music and movies, and it's only a matter of time till it just gets even worse. Because there's basically been like a corporate takeover of the gaming industry, and
but they're finding out really fast that like it's everything they're doing is unsustainable. Right, like you see, like Embracer Group selling off divisions and different studios having to lay a bunch of people off. I think the gaming industry is going to self-correct. I think what we've been asking for, what I've been asking for at least, is like fuck enough AAA, quadruple A nonsense bullshit stuff that takes 6 years to make and like hundreds of millions of dollars, and like one failure, this whole studio goes under. I'm tired of it. I don't want that anymore. Right? There are when you have the backing of like Sony, you can have a couple studios that can be backed by Sony, that like aren't going to be taking these risks, that can be making these big games. But like, man, I think a lot of people are realizing, when Expedition 33 came out, Clair Obscur, it's this $50 games. $50 games are awesome. And you don't have to be this 100-person team to make a great game that, maybe feels like it's from last gen, but it looks good enough, and it plays good enough, and it's really well designed, and it tells a great story. I think we're quickly finding out where that happy medium is for gaming, and so I think that's gonna start spreading, and it's gonna start taking over. And I'm really, really excited to see single A games come back into the fold, because they've been missing for a long time. And I think gaming is self-correcting. I love it.
It is to some degree. And the one good thing that gaming does have is it has one of the things that can kind of keep the companies in check and whatever, and keep, people in check, is that gaming has like one of the most passionate communities ever. And they, it's one of the loudest, most passionate, and that's basically both in the best and the worst ways. But I do think there is an ability for the community to have so much like influence over what the companies are doing that, they can't always get away with just like, either taking advantage or exploiting. I don't know. It's really complicated. So there is not one answer, but I do like that there's such like a vocal user base that um I do think if they had to come together could like make a big enough change in a positive way.
For sure. For sure. Jamad, March 10th. Sorry, I'm just assuming that's your birthday, Jamad. But Jamad0310 says, "Whatever happened to lo-fi?" I think we're going to see lo-fi. I think lo-fi needed some funding. Lo-fi needed some people working on it. Blair Renaud was the only person working on that game for a while, and he's not a programmer. And from what it sounds like, he got the money and the funding or whatever that he needed, and people are working on the game. I think they just have their heads down working on that shit. Hopefully,
Yeah, at least he's not releasing like a gameplay clip every week like some other people I won't
You
mention.
getting jealous of Undead Citadel?
Actually, dude, it seems like Undead Citadel might actually come out this month. You heard it here first. Do you know why?
What do you mean you hear it here first? I've been saying it for like 3 weeks.
That it's been coming out in June?
Yeah.
Where? Show me.
Bro,
now.
you've been on the podcast when I've said it, and you go, "It's never coming out," or you're like just tired of it or whatever. Listen, they are gearing up big time. They are gearing up big time. They're posting videos every day,
that's kind of speculation. I mean, they've been posting videos every day since 2017 or 2018. The reason I say,
okay,
Brian,
go ahead.
Because I like to back up my stuff with scientific data. Okay, I'm a real scientist over here. Is because they recently did another one of their video posts, of course, because they just like have to post something every other day.
Sure.
But at the bottom of this post that they made, this was a Reddit post. It said also, "Hello June, eyes," and so I think they're at least targeting June for a release. They might be in like cert right now or something. But I don't know. It was kind of it was interesting to see them say "Hello June" at the bottom like that, like intentionally, obvious.
Yeah, I think that I think June's going to end up being way more packed than we expected it to be. Right, like ever since Zombie Army got pushed into June, because May was crazy. May was just busy from beginning to end. We got basically a shadow drop of Ghost of Tabor. I mean, like some really big stuff happened last month, and it was a
great month.
It was a great month, absolutely great month. And so with Undead Citadel joining the ranks this month, likely, and likely Firmament getting through cert, they got to just get their final pass done. We're gonna see some release dates very soon, and actually we're gonna see quite a few release dates very soon. So
yeah. That being said, don't be surprised if Undead Citadel doesn't come out this month, though.
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible, right? Like they still, if they're still going through cert, if they haven't passed cert, we don't know, right? And so the number of things that could cause them to fail, endless, and then every failure is like another 10 days out of their, you can only fail about 3 times before you end up in July. So,
did you get your stats for the month of May?
Yeah.
How many hours did you have?
1 million.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't that many. May was I played the games I was able to. I had time to review, and that was it. I didn't really spend time in the headset doing anything else. In fact, I'm a little bit upset, AJ, that I didn't get to spend any time last month playing Phasmophobia before the community event ended. There's like the cursed something, the haunted something. Oh, yeah. I forget what it was. I love Phasmo, and like I missed out on the entire community event. So I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen again. I'm excited for the Chronicle update to come out later this month. But yeah, so not many, and plus we had PAX in the middle of it all and whatever else.
Yeah. I didn't get to play as much as I wanted, but I had a solid 40 hours at least recorded. Played, and Iron Guard was my most played game.
Nice. Yeah, I bet a lot of my hours were from Iron Guard as well.
Yep. Yeah. And I had like 63 trophies that I earned. It was a busy month. It was a great month, though. Really, really great. I would love, as crazy as it was and busy, I would love more months like this because there was a lot of good games, too.
All right, AJ, we're going to read one more tip and then we're going to start the show.
Okay, it's probably a good idea.
We got Nihilus riding the game feeling with a $5 tip. Says, AJ, your PSVR1 live stream this weekend made me so nostalgic that I went straight to Amazon and ordered a new PSVR1. Can't wait to get back on. How great is that?
It is it's still the most comfortable headset out there. Like, it is so comfy. It's like having a couch on your head. Which I know you say doesn't sound very comfortable, but trust me, it is.
I've gotten head on couches. Is that the same thing?
Oh my God. This is a children's show, Brian.
What? No one told me that.
A man-children show.
This isn't good. This isn't good at all. Okay,
yeah.
Give it to me. Go ahead. What are we doing?
Nothing. It's an amazing headset still. And I'm proud that despite all the hate and negativity that we endured for 7 years, however how long it was.
You act as if it's over. It's like PSVR2 came out and the hate went away. No one gives a shit ever.
No, it just multiplied.
Yeah. It just spread a little bit further.
Because everybody hated their PSVR1, but the main reason they didn't get a PSVR2 is because it wasn't backwards compatible. It's like,
oh man.
Okay.
Come on, Sony, get your shit together. Bring us some PSVR1 games. AJ, it's time to start the show, and there's definitely something we want to do on today's show that we do every Monday. Isn't that right?
That's right, Brian. We would like to thank each and every one of you that support us in another way by changing your name to something GameCat related, or something GameCat adjacent, as you and something GameCat adjacent like to say. Still got it. And this week we have, hold on, 3 new GameCats to welcome to the GameCat Dojo. Starting with Lord Schmitty 34, the mailman GameCat.
Bing. Wait a minute. I said bing, but nothing happened. Let's try it again. Bing. There it is. You think he's an actual mailman? You think he knows where my Amazon packages are?
I don't know, but my high school band had a song called The Mailman's a Spy. So do you think he's a spy?
I think everyone's a spy.
Okay, fair enough. We've also got Random Toxie, the finally back in VR GameCat. That's right. I don't remember why he lost his. I think it maybe had damage and he sent it in and got it like maybe was it 3 months later or something. But I remember him posting a picture in Discord saying I finally got it back, and he had the picture of the PSVR2 on. And yeah, man, welcome back. We missed you.
To the same old place that you laughed about. Nothing. Who thought they'd lead you? Who thought they'd lead you? Back here where they need you. Nothing. No one. Fucking zero welcome back Cotter fans. All right, moving on. Number 3.
Last but certainly not least, we've got Markio, the legendary Platinum Underground GameCat Elite Name Squad in the house.
Bing.
Do you know why he's the legendary Platinum Underground GameCat, Brian?
I don't know. I'm just glad he's covering your face because I don't want to look at you right now.
Because he's got the legendary Tails Platinum, and that's why he changed it. And that's a hard platinum to get, but he's a freak of nature. He's a super freak. Super freak. Hey, super freak. Hey. See that
listen,
one?
Listen, just because I sing on this show doesn't mean you can sing on the show.
See, I can sing songs, but they're not lame songs.
I wouldn't count on that. Listen, guys, if you have no idea what we just did, make sure that you go and change your name on YouTube or Google to something the GameCat or something GameCat adjacent, and then let us know you did it because you want to be part of the cult of Without Parole. I figured just lean into it, man. They call us the cult already. We might as well fucking lean into it. And then let us know you changed your name by putting hashtag GameCat in the comments below any Without Parole video, and I'll find it. And then AJ will give you a shout out in next week's show. Dude, you know how long it's been since we did one of these? It's been a while. It's been a while.
Why do you make me? You can't go 10 minutes without making me cringe.
That's the goal.
Brian's goal. Yeah. No, you nail it because every 10 minutes you make my skin crawl.
Wow.
You're killing it.
Amazing. Amazing. Comic book guy with the 5 quid says, hi, I sent an email to Capcom about PSVR2 for Resident Evil 7. They actually replied. Sadly, I sent the email to the wrong team. Oops.
Oh.
Oh, somebody.
It is amazing that they replied though. Dude, Capcom, like they are really awesome. Remember they had this like they had like a decade span of being Crapcom. And
Was it
I don't
the
know.
PS3 era? Like pretty much.
I think ever since I think Resident Evil 7, ever since Resident Evil 7, they have just been one of the greatest companies once again of all time. And they're super nice.
Lost Planet. Like, so what was this decade of Crapcom?
Oh, maybe it wasn't that bad. They just had a lot of disappointments. I liked Lost Planet. Nobody else played it or knew what it is.
There were three of them. Obviously, somebody else was playing it. There were three of them.
There was two of them. Okay, there was only two of them.
Is it like Dead Space where we pretend the third one just doesn't exist?
Yeah,
got it.
Third one did have Nicolas Cage in it though, which was interesting.
Okay.
They made some pretty bad games for a while. I remember, and they were pretty disappointing constantly. But no, ever since Resident Evil 7, man, they've just been killing it. And yeah, you like a big, giant company like them, they could be like this like soulless corporate machine, but there are actually a lot of really awesome people there. I once had a video that was I don't remember if it was like copyright claimed or something because of like the Resident Evil Village trailer. And I emailed them and they removed it. I was like, oh my God. Like I didn't expect they were going to. I didn't think they'd even see my message. But I emailed them and they go, yeah, sorry about that. And they took it down. I was like, oh my God. Capcom is also like really nice peoples. That's great. Good wholesome moment. Wholesome Capcom.
So bacon, huh?
Bacon?
Bacon. What do we?
It's bacon.
AJ before the show, AJ was like, "Can we put bacon into the run of show?" And I was like, "Listen, man, if you want to talk about bacon, we'll fucking put it in wherever you want to." So we're putting it in right here. We're gonna talk about some bacon. What? This is obviously in relation to Sean Murray tweeting a bacon strip emoji. And every time he tweets out a little emoji, you just know that some big update is coming to No Man's Sky. So AJ, what does the bacon signify?
Bacon. So like always, most of the time the No Man's Skies updates when they drop, it's going to be on a Wednesday. So I would keep on the lookout Wednesday for the update to drop. Yeah, this one's interesting. So he's always got something weird that he does. This one is bacon, which by the way, bacon is the greatest ever. I wish I could eat bacon more, but it's so bad for you. So I don't eat it as much as I'd like to.
Have you tried bacon?
No.
It's vegan bacon.
Ugh. Why? Like, why would you even do that?
I don't know.
Like, I'm offended. That offends me.
Okay.
I do like turkey bacon though, so I'm not, completely innocent.
Great. So what? Yeah. Okay.
Turkey bacon's actually not bad. But not as good as the real thing. Anyways, bacon. Space pigs. That's my guess. Space pigs.
And we're going to be able to cook them up and fry them?
Yes. You can harvest them. They have a cooking thing in there. So there's going to be space pigs, and then you can shoot them with your multi-tool and harvest their organs, put it in the food processor, and make space bacon.
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 Comes in a little can that looks like Spam. So you peel the top off. Is that really what you think? It's like space pigs? Or what if it's like, because there's space pirates? So what if there's space police officers suddenly? They come in and like patrol the area, and Sean Murray just really fucking hates cops.
That would be the funniest thing ever. If it's like space police, he puts bacon. Oh my God. I don't think he'd do that, but that would be freaking hilarious.
I think it's hilarious. That'd be great. This is, even if that's not what the update
police
is.
Are in London or England, wherever they are, the UK is, they're much different than our police.
Don't they ride horses and stuff?
They don't call them. They wouldn't call them bacon. They'd call them blood pudding or something. I don't know.
I don't think you know
They don't
anything
eat.
about
I don't
England.
think they eat bacon over there. They eat like beans and toast and stuff that I thought was chocolate, but apparently it's made from like pig organs shoved into like a cow's intestine. That black pudding, I was like, black pudding sounds good.
Isn't it actually blood pudding? Don't they even call it that?
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm talking about.
Congealed blood. Yeah.
Pigs in space. Says Gamecat photo nutter.
And it was one of the best comments so far today. So cool. Space pigs. Got it. Kill Artist 1, the Dreamweaver Gamecat with the $5 tip says, "What's up, cats? I got done with my run just in time to catch you guys live. Woohoo! I gotta do my run after the show. Oh man, doing anything after the show is hard. That's all I want to do is just lay down and call it a day. But what are you gonna do? Awesome. Well, looking forward to that. Also looking forward to a lot of other things happening this week and coming soon, AJ. It seems like whereas we always hear these things about how the industry is scared of summer and they don't want to release games in the summer. Here we are. It is the beginning of June, and we're just nonstop summer showcases, just nonstop. Lots of them have been announced. A couple were even announced today. Did you see this? The IO Interactive Showcase is happening on June 6th at 6 p.m., which, correct me if I'm wrong, is that not fucking Friday, the same day as Summer Game Fest?
I guess so.
It is. It's so on Friday we're going back to back with the IO Interactive Showcase, and then at 9 p.m. Eastern, I believe, is the Summer Game Fest with Jeff Keighley. So it is going to be an all day. I'm just gonna be streaming, not on Without Parole. I'm just gonna be watching streaming shit all day while I'm editing PSVR this week. It should be fun. What do you expect from IO Interactive? They obviously kind of give us a little idea of what will be there.
Yeah, well, I hope everybody bought and played and talked about how much they love Hitman on PSVR2. Because if you didn't, then if there's no VR support, then it's your fault, Brian. No, obviously they're going to talk about their new. They have the James Bond license. They actually, I think, mentioned this when Hitman 3 originally came out. That was 2021. That was 4 years ago. So they've been working on this James Bond game, which is a perfect fit for them. I mean, Hitman is basically James Bond.
Yeah.
Functions very similarly. But yeah,
it's sort of like when Resolution Games got the license for Dungeons and Dragons.
D&D, yeah.
And we're like, perfect. This makes perfect sense. So 4 years in the making. And then I'm showing the trailer here for this other game that they're publishing, Mind's Eye. Those were the 3 games they showed in the in the teaser image for this showcase. It was Hitman, Mind's Eye, and the James Bond game. Any chance you think of any of these games having VR support?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's going to be likely, I'm guessing, like some kind of Hitman update. Man, I mean, it would be huge for the 007 game, the James Bond, whatever it's going to be, to get VR support. I mean, would that not be like the most mind-blowing thing ever? I think that would come later. I don't think that would be, I don't know. Maybe the stuff that they have all this stuff now with Hitman. So, and they nailed it. Like, I mean, it's pretty amazing to play that game in VR on PSVR2. So yeah, I would hope that they would have all the tools and everything in place. And when Sony gave them money for Hitman to come to PSVR2, they also said, and we'll double it. See what I did there?
Yeah.
If you put it into this James Bond game as well, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it would be great. It would be great. And here's my guess, AJ. My guess is that we're not going to see an announcement for this, for anything VR at the IOI showcase.
Yeah.
And that's not because I don't think that they've got more VR stuff in the works. Well, and let's just throw this in there. World of Long Plays in the chat says Mind's Eye won't have VR support. I know one of the devs on it, so we can scratch that off. We could probably stop playing the trailer right now because World of Long Plays knows what's up. But we should, I think, if there's VR support on 007 or they've got more stuff planned for Hitman, I wonder if Sony would want that on their stage, right? Because PSVR2 is so PlayStation centric. It's not something that would be happening on any other platform likely. And so there's been rumors, just as of today, reputable leaker Shinobi mentioned that Sony will likely be announcing a state of play tomorrow. And so all of this is happening all at the same time. I feel like it would be kind of this 1-2 punch if IO was like announced their game, their James Bond game, and then the next day or 2 days later or 3 days later, the following week, whatever it was, we see that same trailer or whatever on the state of play that Sony shows off with maybe a little PSVR2 footage. That might be asking a lot, but I think that would be the coolest way to do it if they were going to do it.
Yeah, Sony doesn't know what the hell they're doing right now, so I'm not gonna give them any leeway or any sort of like they're gonna plan this out perfectly, because when's the last time they've done that?
Nope. Yeah, I mean,
but
I understand.
But yeah, well, they'll regurgitate a PS blog or something at some point, and it'll have like, "Hey, Hitman announced" to the 3 people that see it for VR support. Listen, I'd be very happy. I've always said I don't really care how they show it. I mean, I do, because obviously I want more people to know about VR and spread the good word, but I would prefer, if I had to choose, like, I would rather them be, releasing awesome things. And if they can only do it with a blog, sure, whatever. It's better than nothing, but I care about the content, not necessarily how they go about it the most,
Yeah, I'm with you. Looper reminds us in the chat that Hitman was announced at a state of play, so this would be absolutely perfect.
Yeah, you could be spot on. It could be like they'll show the Hitman trailer again that they just showed at Summer Games Fest, and they'll be like, "But now it's in VR." Pop.
Right. So what do you think? Do you think this leak or this rumor for the state of play is real? I feel like we've been kind of hearing about it, and it's been teased and whatever, and like we kind of hear this shit constantly. But is
this the one from Jeff Grubb?
It was Shinobi who leaked it today.
Oh, Shinobi. Yeah, I think this is about as real as your accessories video then.
So you don't think we're gonna actually get a state of play announcement tomorrow?
No.
Okay. You want to bet a pizza? You want to bet a?
Yeah, I'll play just like the contrarian here. Sure, I'll bet the pizza against a state of play.
Cool. And then
I don't really
comes out next month. You'll owe me 2 pizzas.
Next month, not this month?
I forget what month we're in.
Yeah,
it's still February in my head. So.
What year? You're like, every day is February 22nd, 2023.
I mean, it never got better than 2020 than 2004. So like, let's just leave it there. What? 2004 was a great year. What are you talking about?
I'm trying to think of what happened in 2004.
In 2004.
2013 or 14 was really good.
Yeah.
That was like Bloodborne, No Man's Sky, Rocket League, VR. No, that was before VR.
All right, so we could have a state of play being announced tomorrow. That would be pretty cool. The rumor goes even further with that, AJ, and says that we could see Resident Evil 9 finally revealed. To me, it seems like this would be something I would want to see in a showcase. It seems like, I mean, yeah, if it's a state of play, maybe it's just a teaser, maybe it's just a 20-second clip of of who we're going to be playing as, or some of the environments or something like that, right? So maybe it's not like a big reveal, right? But it's just like, finally, hey, here's something, because you guys have been waiting years to see anything. So I guess that would make sense in a state of play. Like if it's not like a big gameplay reveal, if they're not showing like, a lot of it. But again, I've talked about this fairly recently on the show. State of plays and showcases are so blurred at this point that they're so similar that it's like anything could get revealed anywhere. I don't even know if someone who's doing showcases anymore because they just seem like state of plays.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. Like everything they do is so it just seems like nothing is planned. They just throw it out there, and it's like, okay. They don't plan the same way they used to. They used to do stuff to like surprise us and blow our minds, and now they just throw stuff out. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, and there's no consistency. There's no there's no like, ooh, they're gonna do this. Like it is hard to tell because it could either be great or it could be terrible, and you never know. It is so hard to predict these days.
And then what was Jamie Felton tweeting about? There was something about a VR showcase, something or another happening soon.
Yeah, I think they're doing another VR showcase with like part of IGN or something. Or no, was it Upload? I don't know. Who was that? Was it? I don't know.
I'm so glad I asked.
Yeah.
Here, let me look it up real quick because VR Games Showcase. We're going to scroll down just a little bit. 7 hours ago, Jamie tweeted, new show announcement incoming. Something a little different, a little more in-depth, a little more direct. Keep your eyes peeled tomorrow for more. Wow. Dude, what a week, man. What a week. This is I love the electricity in the air, right? There's going to be a VR game showcase announcement tomorrow. There's going to be possibly a state of play announced tomorrow. We got multiple showcases happening this week. There could be VR happening at any of them or none of them. I mean, the VR game showcase would be a little funny if it didn't have VR at it. But, you know, what are you going to do?
Yeah, it sounds like they're doing their own little VR state of play or like deep dive, because they say a little bit more in depth, a little more direct.
Yeah.
Sounds like they're almost taking like the state of play thing or Nintendo Direct thing and maybe go deeper into some games, less games, but more info, more gameplay footage.
That's fine. Give me fucking release dates. That's like that. I'm cool with deeper dives on games that we already know about. I just want, if you're gonna do that, like time it with a release date announcement. Like, like, what's up?
It'll be a deep dive on Undead Citadel, and no, there's not going to be a release date. It's just going to be more gameplay footage of Undead Citadel on a PSVR2.
I mean, Undead Citadel could be a state of play, right? If they're just like packing in like 3 or 4 little, you know, some VR games, boom, 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 you know, just line them up.
Yeah, so could have Aces of Thunder and whatever.
Yeah, well, Ace of Thunder isn't out. Ace of Thunder isn't ready yet.
It's close.
It'll tap you on the head when it's ready, AJ. It's that close.
Blink twice if you're in trouble, Aces of Thunder.
All right, man. Let's talk a little bit about this Deadly Delivery game.
Yes.
You actually posted this in our news channel earlier today. Deadly Delivery.
Thank you. Don't stand up. No, don't stand up. It's okay, cats. I got this. That's what I do. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean, yeah, whatever makes you happy.
I'm such an idiot. Yeah, being an idiot makes me happy. So go ahead.
AJ, talk about this. I've somehow downloaded the audio of the trailer, not the trailer itself. So I'm gonna go over to YouTube and grab the actual trailer.
Yeah. So earlier today, I noticed that there was a post on Reddit, and these developers said, I'm going to do this all from memory, so I'll try to remember the best I can. They said, we are developing a game where you play as goblins. It's a horror game where you play as goblin delivery men, and you have to deliver packages. And it's scary and it's multiplayer. And they showed off some gameplay and they said, would you want to see this on PSVR2? They said like things like that it's releasing on Steam and Quest soon, that they just don't know if the PSVR2 audience is like, if this is the right fit. And I saw the gameplay and I was like, this looks great. I'm not usually like a social multiplayer game kind of person, but this looks awesome to me.
Yeah. This is so it's funny that this came up because I was literally just behind the scenes watching gameplay of this game from somebody who had captured footage from in the beta, and I believe on Quest, I think, and I was like, oh man, this looks so good, this looks so fun. This is from the same team who brought out VR1, which is sort of that interactive puzzle game similar to Transpose and Last Clockwinder, right? That kind of, and but I always thought the art style on it was super ugly, and so my only guess is that game just fucking did not do well at all, and they were like, this is not our future, and they were I think they took a look at what was working in VR, and I think this has a little bit of everything, right? It's got a little bit of co-op, it's got a little bit of Phasmo, it's got a little bit of a lot of stuff, and it looks like it's goofy, it looks like it's a little spooky, it looks like it's really fun. This trailer is totally selling me on it, big time.
Sold me big time as well. It's not necessarily what's going on in VR. I mean, it's a good fit for VR, but there's a bunch of popular games that are kind of like these like social horror games where they're multiplayer and you kind of have to work together and they're scary. Like, I don't know if Phasmo started this thing, but there's been like game after game. There's something called Lethal that's out there that's like extremely popular. There's a couple other ones. I don't remember actually the name in particular, but these games are becoming really, really popular with, younger audiences and parents and stuff that play with their kids. And I'm just judging the game just by how it looks by itself. I'm like, like I've always wanted Death Stranding in VR. Like that delivering packages like
sure.
Death Stranding is a great game, but it's like something that I would find even more fun in VR to be like immersed in that for some reason. And yeah, like I think the concept looks great. The art style looks looks pretty good. But then you see people getting eaten by these like creatures in these caves, and it just looks like a fun time. It looks really hilarious.
Yeah, when I said they took a look at what was going on in VR, I think this is kind of like the perfect balance, because so many games can just be sort of disregarded very quickly as kids games, especially the multiplayer games, and you just go, maybe not attracting an adult audience and that kind of stuff. But when you have a game that's fun, right? I mean, Mario games have been ubiquitous since the beginning of time, right? The beginning of gaming. Like they've always kind of looked like kiddie games, and they've always been fun for everyone who's sat down to play them, however old you are. And I think, with VR being as small as it is, you have to be like, okay, we need a game that's going to appeal to kids, but also simultaneously appeal to adults, and just make it fun for everyone. And I think this looks like it strikes that balance. So the funny thing is that it seems like they're using like a very similar art style to that they used in VR1, except they perfected it or they improved on it, and now it's really appealing to me. If I can bring up the trailer for VR1 if people don't know what game I'm talking about, but man, I just thought that game looked ugly. This looks really charming. I think this looks really nice.
I haven't seen VR1, but I'll take your word for it. Yeah, this looks great in its own right. Awesome Tatum mentions here, which I was just scrolling through my text messages to find the name of the game. Repo is another example of like one of these newer horror games that's like multiplayer. It's like funny, it's like it's scary, but it becomes funny. It's like Phasmophobia, like I said. You know how scary Phasmo is, but you're playing it and you're like laughing and it's really funny and silly. Yeah, this looks fantastic. So please, if you have a Reddit account, please go to Reddit and upvote this and leave a comment and let them know, because this is like, this has sold me. And I'm the last person that would be interested in like a social multiplayer game. This looks right up my alley. This looks exactly like the kind of social multiplayer game I would get into.
Yeah, from what I've seen,
do it for me. Do it for me and don't let me down.
From what I've seen, the spatial audio works really well too, and you really have a good sense of like where people are just by hearing their voice. The dungeons are procedurally generated, right? It's got a lot of good stuff going on for it to add like some a ton of replayability. Yeah, to be able to strike that delicate line between funny and scary, and actually be able to achieve both of those things simultaneously is pretty good. I'm just happy that this is a post by the developers. How frequently is it when we all have to get out there and be like, hey, we're interested in this too, right? And it's going to be us, jumping up and down, or Cussman or somebody else that's on Reddit all the time, having to hold the flag up for PSVR2. And it's just good that developers are just out there asking, being like, hey, and I think I understand if they say would this be a good platform for this game? I think I get it. I think the VR developers are realizing that the audiences are a little bit different, between Quest and PSVR2 and even PC. So it's good. It's good that there's a lot of interest in this, because I think this is going to be a blast. And I even saw Twitcher say that this looks like would be a great game for the 4 without Parole co-hosts to stream together. I would have an absolute blast playing this with you guys.
Yeah, I think so too. And for all the Among Us and Gorilla Tag I've had to endure, it's finally something for me. Thank you, please.
Yeah, right.
Nothing wrong with those games. I just don't like them at all.
No,
it's not for me. I don't. You said it earlier, man. I like my own thing. I realize I don't like a lot of the most popular games that are out there. So it's nice to get something like this that comes along that looks like something that would be more for me.
Yeah. Listen, I totally understand, man. Yeah, I love, I have a good time in Among Us, and but yeah, it doesn't feel like it's made for me. And after 20, 30 minutes, I'm ready to tap out. I'm like, okay, well, you guys have fun. I'll see you later, right? And and the rest of them can play for hours. But meanwhile, Phasmo, I could definitely play for hours with people. So I've got a lot of stuff that screams my name, and I think this one also screams my name. So we'll see how this goes. I should have put a poll up or something. I should put a poll up on the community tab.
Do it and then send it to them.
Yeah. We'll let the we'll let the newest one from PSVR this week sizzle out first, and then we'll get to that later this week. That sounds good.
Yep.
Good stuff. And you obviously saw the announcement on Reddit as well that Omega Pilot Evolution is going to be coming to PSVR2. You saw this?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I had heard something, but no.
Yeah, it was. Listen, it was really strange, right? Because it was Zocus, the studio behind Exocars and Presentiment of Death. He was just posting and saying, hey, we're bringing Presentiment of Death over to PSVR2. We really hope it finds its audience this time. They were actually blaming the way that the meta storefront is set up over on Quest, that it was tough for discoverability, and that their game didn't get as much attention as it deserved. And so I think they're hoping it gets a new lease on life. And then sort of in the same breath, the developer was like, we're also bringing Omega Pilot Evolution to all VR platforms. And this trailer is for Omega Pilot, which I believe was supposed to come to PSVR 1 at some point. And it never happened. And so just looking at this and being like, yep, this is our substitution for Wipeout, right? This is our substitution for Wipeout Omega Collection. We still don't have that on PSVR 2. We don't know why. We don't know what the fuck Sony's doing, why it hasn't been ported over. But yet Zocus is, got this new Wipeout inspired game coming over, and it actually looks like it has VRAF controls on top of everything, right? So you look down and you see your hands on the sticks. So it could. I'm not going to say better than Wipeout, but I'm going to say that definitely more designed for VR than Wipeout ever was.
This pleases me because, man, by the way, every video or trailer of this is from 3 years ago. Some are 7 years ago.
Yeah, it's an old game.
And that's about how long I remember. Well, I'm saying what? Why isn't there any new stuff? Maybe I need to go to the Steam page or something.
You're talking about Omega Pilot, the original Omega Pilot that we're showing here.
Is it first person?
Yeah, But so this all the Omega Pilot stuff that you should be seeing. Maybe you found something that I didn't, but all the Omega Pilot stuff you should be seeing is the original game. But what Zocus is talking about is a follow up called Omega Pilot Evolution.
Oh, okay.
But I have to show this footage because this is all we have. I don't think there's any footage of Evolution yet.
Well, like I said, this pleases me because I didn't fully know what this game was, but I did see it was like Wipeout. What I remember is it looking a lot like Wipeout and being like, yes, like, please, I would love this. And I've wanted this game to come to us for a long time. That being said, like, this is the first time I've seen it actually be like first person and in the cockpit, because I remember like, 7 years ago, whatever, however long it was, that it was like Wipeout, but then it looked like it had that, like, your hand is the car and you move it around kind of deal. Like, I don't know if that was ever the case with this game, but that's what.
There was Redout. There was a completely different game called Redout. That
Maybe.
might have been that.
But like the Yuki or the, like, sure, where you have the drone in your hand.
I don't think that was ever this. I think okay. I think there were some other futuristic racers that were also promised to come to PSVR1 that never made its way over. And I think this has always been like this. I'll tell you, AJ, I am concerned simultaneously as excited if they have these, like, twin stick type thing going on in the cockpit. Nothing is more precise than just using the D-pad or analog sticks, like, on a DualSense controller, right? Like, I get a little bit nervous when, like, here's a racing game and there's only like a virtual stick or virtual steering wheel or virtual cockpit or whatever, right? I want that precision that a DualSense can bring. So I really hope, we could go check reviews right now and see how this fared on Steam, but I don't feel like it because I'm lazy.
Yeah, unfortunately, nobody's like the virtual steering wheel, the virtual HOTAS, whatever. Nobody's like really nailed it. It just seems like it's really difficult to get like perfect. And when you're in like a competitive thing, yeah, it makes a big difference. I think maybe that's why, I don't know. We've got this the V Rider SBK coming out. That'll be interesting to see. That's a little bit different because that's obviously like, you got like the handlebars, but then also like V Racer Hoverbike, which is actually coming out in 2 weeks on Quest, and we're hoping that it comes to us. That uses like a leaning, or at least the only mechanic I used was like the leaning. So yeah, I just
good, actually,
like, I haven't seen anybody make like really tight controls with the virtual thing just yet. So I don't know. But I would love to see another Wipeout clone. Like, if we get this and get
here's some
V Racer Hoverbike.
Yeah, here's some footage that you sent me, I think, right?
And they're both good. That would be awesome. It's probably for me.
It's probably from you. Yeah.
But since Sony's not giving us Wipeout, then well, I'll take a Wipeout clone from a indie dev. Sure. Yep.
Take them all. Now it's a race. Who's going to get theirs out first?
But yeah, you do have this tricky thing to navigate because, like with Exocars, it's like the in-game steering, like the in-game virtual wheel and the racing wheel are like the most fun to use, the most fun and immersive. But yeah, like you end up using the sticks a lot because they just work better.
LSP said I tried to get into the VR steering in Exocars and I just couldn't. It feels off. Everything about Exocars felt off. I need to jump back in. They've done a ton of patches, and I need to see how like the racing rig works now. I need to see how all those virtual controls and everything work. So, and plus they added that like the battle mode, like the arena mode. So maybe it's time to get back to it. Let's hope.
Oh, Dead Ringer says I'm thinking of Kid Pilot. I don't know. I guess.
I mean, Kid Pilot's a plane. It's a plane.
You like.
Yeah.
Hold the thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I thought for some reason it was like Wipeout, but then like you have like your hand on the track. I don't know.
Yeah, Kid Pilot is still planned to come out in the next couple months for PSVR2. I've said it before. I'll say it again. There's no way Kid Pilot is going to live up to what I want it to be. I think it looks beautiful and just kind of relaxing and enjoyable. I think it's the soundtrack. You don't get the soundtrack from this. Hold on a second. Do I have the option to actually give you guys the soundtrack? Yeah, here, listen to this. Here, everybody, shh. Doesn't that seem nice? AJ couldn't hear it, but everyone else could. So it seems nice. It just seems like, I don't know, like dreamy and stuff. So I don't know. I really want to play this game. Hopefully they'll finish getting it out soon. AJ, we got Dead Ringer, the Gamecat with the level 1 membership says, oh, sorry, you already said that. But we tackled it. Yeah.
Gotcha. He posted it again because I read his comment earlier. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Shout out to Dead Ringer Juniors. Hope you guys are having a safe road trip, I think.
Ooh. Where are they going?
Your house.
My house?
I told them to go to your house for vacation.
My house is not kid pilot friendly or Dead Ringer kid friendly. It's not kid friendly, period. There's guards outside my door. You must be.
They wanted an adventure, and they'll certainly get an adventure there.
Oh, Jesus. What does that mean? I don't want to know. All right. I think it's probably time, AJ, to do a little 4-minute challenge and get this show rolling out the door. You ready?
Did we
to
talk
do
about
this?
Escaping Wonderland?
Bro, you mean the headline of the show? Wait, hold on. Where was that? I have the run of show right here.
I did that all by memory.
Oh my God. We were supposed to talk about Escaping Wonderland before Deadly Delivery or Omega Pilot.
Oh, I thought it was after. Okay.
It is sometime after Bacon, but before everything else.
Okay. Bacon.
This is how we get to the end of shows sometimes, and like we didn't even cover the main topic. So let's talk about Escaping Wonderland. AJ, this got announced. I guess it's such a roundabout way to announce a game. It's sort of like not announcing a game. It just appears on the PlayStation Store in some regions, not even all regions, some regions. You've seen the trailers at this point. What do you think of this game? What are your impressions at this point?
Well, I was like, okay, fine. I'm interested to check it out.
Yep.
I'm a little worried because I saw Cortopia Studios and they made Down the Rabbit Hole. Mm-hmm. And that wasn't a bad game or anything, but it was very underwhelming.
Didn't they also make wands? Like that stationary 1v1? Yeah.
That was terrible.
So let's just say pedigree wise, not great, but
that doesn't mean anything. That means jack shit these days.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess.
Like developers with great track records release shitty games. Developers with horrible track records release great games. So that really means, luckily for them, that means nothing these days because they don't have the greatest track record. But like I said, Down the Rabbit Hole, it wasn't terrible, but it was very underwhelming. It was kind of bland and boring and not really fun to play.
Listen, I think I don't want to make it. I don't want to make this sound like it was the worst thing ever because we were talking about this earlier, and I do think that it has some charm to it. I actually thought it was doing something similar to Moss, but not nearly as well as Moss. Right? It was trying to add some first person elements into a third person puzzle game, exploration game, and I think it had some merit. I think it was decent. I think I gave it a 7, which was really generous at the time. If I had to rescore it now, it would probably closer to a 6, just because it had some really bland moments that did not make up for the great moments. But it had potential, right? Especially in this universe. Because this is the kind of cool thing that you want to see in the headset, right? The land of Wonderland, and have it be this kind of psychedelic sort of thing with all these cool characters moving about. It seemed like the perfect, it seemed like the perfect IP for VR. So I'm glad that they're, that they're getting another shake at it. That they've already done one game, heard the criticism, heard the feedback, and they're like, well, maybe that will all result in a better game this time.
And that's the hope, and I do see things in the trailer that look better. Like there's a little bit more going on. Like that was kind of just like a slow paced puzzle game. I'll chalk up a lot of what Down the Rabbit Hole did to being like kind of early VR days, Gen 1 and small studio, probably not a ton of resources, and they did. I'll give them credit where it's due. Like, yeah, they did a lot with what they had. And but yeah, this looks a little bit just looks a little bit more colorful, a little bit more exciting. There's like things popping up in your face, and there's like cart levels, it looks like, and I'm sure there's the puzzles again, and I'll be interested to see. You know, I'll be interested to check this out. I'm not. I don't know if I'm gonna love this, but it might be if it's similar or at least hopefully better than Down the Rabbit Hole. Then yeah, it'll be a welcome addition.
As in Cortopia is, I'm just so curious to watch this team evolve and play their new games, because I mean, I just learned this by being on the Cross Button podcast last week or this week. Reese was telling me that Cortopia is the studio that took over Gorn, right? Free Lives made the first one, and Cortopia made Gorn 2. And apparently Gorn 2 is pretty damn good.
Okay.
And so now they have like these, battle mechanics in place. They're familiar with like a whole different type of gameplay in their games. They're also the studio behind the upcoming Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, Empire City. What is that? What it's called? Empire City.
The VR one?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Right. And so their
Well, that's why I
future
say
pedigree.
track record. Yeah, that's why I say track record doesn't matter these days, because studios change and it's hard to tell. Like everything, the developers don't change. The people don't really change. But this, when a studio is a label, it's like those people can change all the time, and you don't see it. So yeah.
Yeah, those people can change all the time, and the people who stick around and stay there, maybe I'm sure there's some people like Cortopia, they get better, right? Yeah. Listen, we've seen what happened with Vitruvius, right? They're always the example. They're the example you keep in your back pocket that like really grew over the course of the last fucking 10 years, and now they're one of the best VR studios out there. Certainly a VR studio to be reckoned with. Make fun games and really know their shit.
Yeah, I don't mean to sound so negative. I'm probably coming off as so negative. I'm not. Like I'm interested to check it out. Like you said, I'm curious about it. It looks like it has some similarity. Like it looks like it has some exact same things as Down the Rabbit Hole, but it also looks like it has some improvements as well. I'm hoping for just a little bit, just make it a little bit more exciting, a little bit more special effects, excitement to it.
Yep.
Because it was just kind of, I don't know, pacing or something about it was just
pacing was very rough. There you would get to moments and just be stuck. It would just be like you're there. Piotrek F says it has good reviews on Quest, but so did Down the Rabbit Hole. Although, listen, we may be in the minority when it comes to Down the Rabbit Hole. I saw Edward the Goat in our chat say Down the Rabbit Hole was awesome, and so different strokes, right? So,
and this does have like it doesn't have a ton of reviews. It's got like 200 something, but it's got like 5 stars. Like it's got really really high reviews. So that's awesome. A good sign.
That's awesome. Listen, they're a studio that when they were done with Down the Rabbit Hole, I was like, man, are we ever going to see them on PSVR again? You're right. And then we didn't see them again on PSVR 1. And then here's PSVR 2. We're a couple years in. And now
we did with Wands, but.
Well, Wands was actually, I think, came out before Down the Rabbit Hole. It was like, I think it might have been their first VR game.
Really?
If I remember correctly, and that's never.
I thought that came out after.
But here we are, and it's like like the deluge of Cortopia games is on its way. Right? We're getting this. We're definitely getting Gorn 2. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has not been announced yet for PSVR 2, but I would all but guarantee that to be a thing that's happening, unless like Meta paid for some exclusive. We'll see what happens with that. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of studio they've evolved into.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff going on there. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, you got to wonder how big of a team they are, right? Because there's no way like an 8, 9, 10 person team is tackling 3 projects simultaneously.
Every game is just going to turn out horrible. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Edward of the Goat follows it up, says, does Down the Rabbit Hole have a PSVR2 update? And the answer is no. Right? It's really weird to me when developers do this kind of stuff. Right? It's like everybody who has a PSVR2 did not have a PSVR1. Right? So wouldn't you want to like port over your first game and be like, hey, just priming the pumps over here, getting you excited for our new game that's coming out. And it's like, here's the first game in the series. But yeah, it has not made its way to PSVR 2 yet.
I
So
think
maybe
I think this makes more sense than re-releasing that game because I don't think anybody would buy that game.
I mean,
I don't think enough people would.
I think
buy
it's the same. I think it's the same audience.
Yeah, like I said, this one looks a little bit more exciting. Like it's got a little bit more going on because I think if I remember correctly, that was mostly just third person, right? Like there wasn't like anything other than just controlling the little person around, right? Like you were moving down under the ground, but like slowly, but like in terms of like anything that you actually interacted with, like it was like boring. Like it was all just about controlling the third person. It was basically like a flat game in VR.
Yeah, there wasn't enough first person stuff. I do like the way that, you moved the camera by, I think it was the roots of the level, but even that wasn't enough. There wasn't enough of that. It was like only
That
kind
was
of a neat.
brutal with the DualShock 4 too. I remember that being really tough.
Oh, did it only have DualShock support?
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's so crazy how my memory just automatically puts move controllers in my hands. I was like, oh yeah, obviously. No, plenty of. Wow. What is happening in the chat? What is this prison tattoo thing happening in the chat? What did I miss?
I have no idea, but I hope this is good. I do think we need this to be good in some way because we need better games with like more diverse library, right? Like we need a better quality diverse library of different types of stuff because we have lots of good horror games, lots of good shooters, and it's like it always makes me happy to have something different. Because yeah, it's like I love those genres, but it's like it's not they're not the only genres that exist. Like, there's tons of good stuff out there, and it just gets more stuff for more people. Like something for everybody out there. So I can see a large amount of people that would be into something like this.
Agreed. And I really hope that it gets an official announcement at some point soon, right? Because I feel like it just feels like a PlayStation Store fuck up where in some regions it appeared and like that's how we found out it was coming instead of like a reveal trailer on the PlayStation YouTube channel. That's how these things should get revealed. Or at least a PlayStation blog, something rather than just like, oh, it appeared on the store, right? Presentiment of Death has been on the PlayStation Store for like 2 months now. And then it just got an announcement trailer on the PlayStation YouTube channel. It's like, guys, this is not the way to do things. This is backwards. Speaking to how PlayStation kind of always fucks shit up. That you were saying earlier. It's like,
not always,
guys.
just they do now.
Yeah, I mean frequently. It's like how hard is this just to like not have it appear on the store until after the announcement trailer? It really kills the excitement of the announcement. That's all.
Yeah.
Hey AJ, you want to do a 4-minute challenge?
Yes. Now that we got that out of the way, and yeah, I feel bad because I was like just negative the whole time. But that's okay. It happens sometimes.
No, just with you. Yep. I listen. I don't know if you've ever seen a West Day or Two Wise Friday episode. Those guys, super positive all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I have to talk them down sometimes. I'm like, guys, fucking stop. You're not emo enough for me. What is happening? I don't have. All right, I'll show off my tattoos on Patreon. I don't know what's going on, but if you want it, you got it. All right, dude. I've got a PSVR 1 or PSVR 2 game in my head, so it's up to you guys and AJ right up here to figure out what PSVR 1 or PSVR 2 game that is. But you only have 4 minutes, but an infinite number of yes or no questions to ask in order to figure out what game it is. AJ, the question is, are you ready?
Are you ready?
Right. Wow, dude, I haven't listened to that in so long. That was a good album. You ready?
Yes.
On your mark, get Des, go.
Is it on PSVR2?
No way.
Damn it.
I would like it if it was. How about that?
Is it a deep cut game?
I mean, not deep cut for us, but deep cut for most gamers. Yeah.
Is it a horror game?
I feel like it's creepy, but I don't know if you could call it horror. No.
Does it have multiplayer?
No.
Is it a rhythm game?
No.
Is it shooting?
No.
Is it a bad game?
No. I want it on PSVR too.
Is it a collection of mini games?
No.
Is it a puzzle game?
I mean, there's, I think, puzzles associated with it, but probably not puzzle game, no.
Is it survival?
No, not really.
Do you hide in closets?
No.
You hide in, do you hide in anything?
It's not horror. What?
Oh, I thought you said it was kind of, it's creepy. Okay.
Remember that? Remember I said
Yeah,
creepy?
yeah,
But
Intruders is creepy.
Intruders is horror.
Because I know that's where they were going with it. No, Intruders is not horror. It's creepy. I
don't even know how to play this game anymore. Intruders is definitely horror.
Is it sci-fi?
Yeah. You know what? I think sci-fi is a good. Yeah. Let's go sci-fi.
Is Darth Vader in the game?
No, that's fantasy.
Guys, you're just naming horror games over and over.
Welcome to being on this side.
Is it first person?
Yes.
Is there full locomotion?
Yeah.
Has the developer made other PSVR2 other PSVR1 games?
No. Or PSVR2 games.
Okay. Is it based off of a popular IP?
No.
Can you use the aim controller?
No.
Moves?
No.
DualShock only?
Yes.
Is there tracking?
Does it track the controller?
Yes.
It's been a while. I don't think so.
It's creepy. How much time do I have left?
I don't know. That's not for me to. A minute and 33 seconds.
Okay, guys, we got to get a little closer here. You said it's sci-fi and it's creepy, and it uses DualShock only. It sounds like. Is there any combat?
I don't remember there being any, so I don't think that there is any substantial.
Said that there was some. Is it cartoony?
No.
Is it narrative driven?
Yeah.
Is it blurry as fuck?
No.
Okay, it's not Kona.
No.
Is it playable flat?
No.
Is it an adventure game?
Sure. That's a category for it.
Are there bosses?
No.
Are there monsters?
And I'm going to say no. I don't think so.
Do you work in a factory?
No. I feel bad about the survival thing. I think it's got a little bit of survival elements, but nothing crazy.
A little bit of survival. Okay, did it come out within the first year of PSVR?
No.
2018.
Oh, hold on a second. Yes, the first year. I apologize. First year, yes.
2017?
Yes. Yeah, 10
first
seconds.
year. 10 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. 2017.
I'm going to require a guess here.
Okay. Is it Freediver Triton Down?
Ooh, so close, AJ. It is coming out August 7th, 2017 by the one-man dev team.
This better not be what I think it is.
Neptune Flux!
You motherfucker. I'm going to strangle you. I'm going to strangle you so bad.
Looper was on the right track. He was saying,
I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
Yeah.
Why do you always get me with this one? Maybe Like, why does this one always get me? I know this fucking game.
Because
And
you
this
got
is
me
a
with
deep
it,
cut.
and it's only fair to give it back to you.
And this is definitely a deep cut.
Right.
So
And as I said, not for you or I, because we've talked about this a million times. But no, it is a deep cut for other people. That's why I said I desperately want this game on PSVR2. I really do. I think this was such a fun little underwater adventure. A little bit of survival elements, like you had to keep like leveling up your craft to like get further and further. It was fun to explore. Remember this? It was. Mm-hmm. This is. Yeah.
There's nothing creepy about this game.
Oh my god, this was super creepy. Looper, remind me, is this creepy?
No, it's an underwater exploration game.
Looper, is this game creepy? I don't trust AJ. I trust Looper. I'm waiting for Looper.
No, I have a review on this game. It's my first review.
So do I. Listen, it's been so long since I played it. I remember it being kind of creepy.
It's not creepy.
Oh, see, Ace Gamercat says low visibility is always creepy.
Oh my god. There's literally nothing. It's an exploration game.
Yeah, and then Steve Irie says, yeah, and underwater can be creepy for some people. Like thalassophobia, right?
But it's not a creepy game. That's your personal problem.
Oh, Tatum, you're supposed to be on my side. God damn it. All right, fine. I trust Tatum as well. So I'm sorry.
It's okay. I mean, the chat was naming horror games for like 5 minutes straight. That should have.
And we told them it wasn't horror. Yes. Okay. I'm still waiting for Looper. Looper did not answer if it's creepy or not. All right.
It's not creepy.
Oh my god. Listen, I mean, okay. I'm not. I do not mind being in the wrong on this one. I guess tense. It was definitely tense because you were always like worried about running out of oxygen, and you could only get so far until you upgraded your little craft. And so I remember it being like tense and being scared to like venture out too far. So maybe that's where I was getting the creepy vibes from. But I really thought that there were some creepy elements to this. But again, I don't mind being wrong. I'm wrong very frequently. Get used to it. All right. Dude, it is time to get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. It's been such a... Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. Looper's got some stats for us. 4th time it's been picked. First time, April 26, 2021. 3rd ever 20 questions game. AJ to Brian and Dave. We guessed it in 20 questions. So it's on the very 3rd episode of 20 questions, you presented it to us, AJ, and we got it. July 24th. 2023, AJ to Brian, failed. August 4th, 2023, Brian to AJ,
the next
failed.
day, the next week or something, right? July 24th to August 4th. Yep.
Looper says I haven't played it, but it looks kind of creepy.
You did the damn Uno reverse card on me.
Yep. Looper's just trying to stay on my good side. He's like, I don't know, but it looks creepy. All right, you guys. I want to hassle. Can we hassle Zokias? Can we be like, guys? I was gonna say guys, but it's a 1-person dev team. So, Guy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Like, Guy, can you please bring your game over to PSVR2? Please. I would love it. AJ, it's time to get out of here. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks everybody for watching the latest episode of PSVR this week that I've ever published. Usually I try to get it done late night, Friday night, and then sometimes it ends up happening Saturday morning or Saturday night, sometimes Sunday morning. And then here we are, Monday morning, I got it published. So my bad on that one. But I'm trying to get caught up. We got a lot of reviews and a lot of Brian Bites and some special videos on the way. So stay tuned to the channel. Make sure that if you haven't subscribed, you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to AJ, make sure you go subscribe. Haven't subscribed to Wes or Miles, make sure you go subscribe. Things are crazy in VR right now, man. It's like we need all the support we can get. And sometimes just subscribing and watching videos is all we need, right? Just that little boost to get us where we want to be. Well, let's get out of here. Thanks everybody who supports us financially or by just hanging out here, being part of the community, shooting the shit, or everyone that sits back and watches the channel and doesn't say a goddamn word. We know you're out there. We love you just as much.
Give the motherfucking cat Brian, because I want to see you guys on Wednesday to Markio, the legendary Platinum Underground Gamecat Elite Name Squad in the house. Scott, the PSVR Gamecat for life. Guy son, fist bump to you. Old Darth. Bye-bye. Alessandro Bartolotto says ciao ciao. Ace Gamer Cat says AJ is our hero. Thank you, Ace Gamer Cat.
Wait. Hold
Steve
on.
underscore. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I don't know either. Don't worry.
What about,
Steve underscore. Just let it happen. Just let it happen.
Oh my god. This is what prison was like.
IRE says creepy. Yeah, see, that's creepy, Brian. That's actually creepy. TGK2.
You are all over the mic. Stop it.
Be safe and have a great week, all. Thank you as well. Indie Soul loves VR. Says, remember, Brian, punch the biggest guy you meet in prison. Toilet hooch for the win.
Oh my god.
Greatest comment ever. Salvador, peace out, homie. No, it's Ryan, my metal feline friend. Says, see y'all in 2 days. What? Oh, yeah, on Wednesday. Drippy the Wandering. I was like, where are we going today? Where are we meeting? Drippy the Wandering Supernatural Game Cat. Love it. Vargle Soft Night to you, Matt underscore vegan night. Markio again, Riss 250 says, take it easy, people. You as well. Silver Nexus says, take care, be merry, and game on Game Cat. Gecko Man 11. See you later.
Every time I turn you back up, you get closer to the mic.
LSB.
Oh my god.
Kill Artist, the Dream Weaver, getting camera. Oh, Gundy, Weiss, Das Gamecat Wetter. I learned how to say something in German the other day, and I forgot now.
9. Guten Tag.
Guten
Morgen.
Obst, and Toller.
Are you sure you learned it?
Ender. I don't remember.
I don't think you learned it so much as didn't learn it.
I just Googled it real quick and then said it to somebody to impress them and then forgot. Regos Pantaleon, Melchiah the Soul Reaving Game Cat, Brazil, Ace Gamer Cat, thank you guys. Dinglebert, Wingledank.
Dinglebert Humper Dinkle? What?
Have a great night. World of Long Plays, thank you. Alahimbe, 2Y, Underground, Stranger, Game Cat, Twitcher, of course, as you it's a thing. It's a thing, Twitcher.
It is. Listen,
Brian.
it is AJ's show, and we're gonna prove it on Wednesday when AJ comes back and hosts again.
Brian, did you know that
what
I put a Game Cat Easter egg into one of the PlayStation YouTube trailers?
What? I don't even understand the words that are coming out of your mouth right now.
So you know how Twitcher and I are trying to bring back It's a Thing?
No.
Well, it's a thing, Brian.
No one tells me anything. Listen, if you told me this, I would know, and then we'd all be on the same page. But it's like everyone has inside without parole jokes that no one clued me into in the first place. And so
you're like the last. Isn't that the best part? Is like you're the last person to know about the inside joke.
I mean, it certainly makes me feel better about just sitting here looking like a fucking moron.
Wow.
like knowing it wasn't even my fault.
If you go to the official PlayStation channel and you check out the Smash Drums launch trailer, there's a Game Cat Easter egg in there. And you know what I say to going and watching this trailer? It's a should we. Go do it.
Good night, everybody. We love you all.